Welcome to clickmyproject.com, and our title is a review on mining students' data for performance prediction.
Under abstract, a country growth is strongly measured by the quality of its education system. Education has witnessed sea changes in its functioning today. It is recognized as an industry, and as an industry, it is facing challenges. The challenges of higher education being a decreased in student success rate and their leaving rate. Course without completions also been measured in their leaving rate. And early predictions of students' failures may help the management provide timely counseling as well as coaching to increase the success rate and the students' retentions. Uh, data mining Data mining are widely used in education field to find new hidden patterns from students' data, which are used to understand the problem. Classification is one of the prediction type classifiers that classifies data based on the training sets and uses the patterns to classify a newly data. Aim of the project is to develop an internet working applications that uses the data mining techniques to predict the students' performance based on their behaviors. This paper explores the link between emotional skills of students along with the socioeconomic and previous academic performance parameters. Using name-based classifiers technique, higher education of students have been direct impact on the workforce provided to the industries, and hence it directly affects the economy of the country. In education institution, quality of the education is judged by the success rate of the students and to what extent the institute is capable of retaining its students academic performance is based upon the diverse factors like personal, social, psychological and other environmental factors. Predicting students' performance can help identify the students who are at a risk of failures, and thus management can provide timely help and can take essential steps to coach the students to improve his and her performances. Data mining techniques have applied to predict the academic performances of the students based on their socioeconomic conditions and previous academic performances. Classification is one of the data mining technique of predictive type that classifies data based on training sets and uses the patterns to classify a new data. Classification maps to the data into a predefined sets or groups of classes. It is often referred to as unsupervised learning because the classes are determined before examining the data. Patterns that are discovered by the data mining methods from the educational data can be used to enhance decision making in the term of identifying students at a risk, decreasing students' dropout rate, increasing students' success, and increasing students' learning outcomes. The main objective of this studies we are identification of different factors which affects the students' learning behavior and performing during the academic careers. The constructions of a prediction model using classification data mining techniques on the basis of identification of predictive variables to extract and valid information from the existing students to manage relationship with upcoming students. To improve the performance of the students, validations of the development model for higher education students studying in the university institutions, most seated literature survey papers in educational data. Mining have made use of various classification techniques in order to extract hidden information. It can be categorized into four groups. Decision tree, the algorithm used are ID3 and the CART. C4.5 is an existing algorithm, and this is simply to understand the interrupt. It allows additions of newly possible scenario. It helps to determine and combination between a decision tree to generate rules easily. This technique may disadvantages as the number of training data increases, like overfitting. It does not handle numeric data, and the burning may become Bayesian classification. It includes naive-Bayes algorithm and its a variant. This technique is simply and easy to understand, require small amount of training data to estimate the parameters. Fast space efficient, intensive to irrelevant features, and handle both real and discrete data well. The major disadvantages of this technique is that it assumes conditional independence among the attributes. And this is our data flow. In this flow, first we will be handling a data loading and pre-processing. This data loading will be loading a data of a student, so that we can able to get the data into the server. By these data, we can able to process our process in further. In pre-processing, we'll be able to pre-process the data which has been loaded into the server. In this pre-processing, we'll be carrying the process like removing the null data and the irrelevant data and copying data. This is a pre-processing. And then we will be getting into classification of data. In this classification of data, we will be using C 5.0 classification. By this classification, we will be differentiating the data of the students which has been getting loaded into the server. Then the future selection. In this future selection, we will be selecting the data as per the selection rate of the users. Then from the future selection results, we will be establishing the performance results of students by using this performance prediction. By this performance prediction, the entire result of the application will be get evolved in it. This is our project flow. Just right click the home button and click on run file. Project will be get loaded. You can able to see our home screen. This is our home screen. Let's just right click on it. This is a username password for authorized user. I have admin and admin as a password. If you enter in password as incorrect, you can able to get an error message. Log successfully. In which we will be having a 2% academic. First we will be carried out in academic. In this academic, I will be giving a branch of C and year of 2017 and student ID 006 and student name HIVYA, register number 16 department CSC. Enter. Students details have been entered, and in this we will be choosing a papers, choosing semester 2, and my papers are but just I am giving a sample paper. Enter. Next process. In this we can able to enter daily test marks and cycle test marks. In daily test marks I will be entering a student name, yeah, and semester 2 you can able to see this subject which is being given. So number 6 marks has been entered successfully. Back I will be getting into a cycle test, and this I will be giving a name. I'm choosing a semester and I will be giving a roll number. Marks has been entered. Back I will be getting into criteria now. In this criteria I can have a class ranking and average, below average, all those things in the category and a graph. In this class ranking I can able to get a rank. In the category I can able to identify category of the students as per their results. In this graph I can able to get a graph for the students. Then now I will be getting into personal records. Personal records will be loading. Records have been loaded. Then I will be comparing the results of an academic and a person's 6. I can able to get the results. By this I will be extracting a graph of prediction rate. There's a graph between a personal affairs and an academic of students which is being getted by a prediction rate value. Thank you.